and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tapping in. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe with flag videos like this.
Have you guys seen the Olsen twins lately? Nobody had seen them in a long time, and then they come out with this new line called Staying Alive with Louis Vuitton, which if I didn't see the names by these photos, I would not believe in a million years if you told me these were the Olsen twins. They look nothing like the Olsen twins. What do you guys think?
Biggest thing on the news right now, also a recession indicator. The Starbucks barista cup.
What?
Oh, this is the new Labubu, fam. Oh, you don't know. So Starbucks just came out with like it's like, you know, like the honey bear.
Yeah.
So it's like that, except it's a bear with a Starbucks like hat on it and the straw that goes out like this.
Okay,
right?
okay.
So this is my theory. This is a whole social experiment that Starbucks did just to expose like this whole recession, because all we can look forward to is this $30 luxury cup. Fam, just today, mans were elbowing people in line for it.
Wow.
They were arguing. They were literally sending threats to Starbucks because the workers got first dibs and they were lining up for 5 hours.
Sneakers, bro.
Fam, sneakers just for this bare cup.
Yeah.
You can get this cup on Amazon without the Starbucks branding on Amazon for $15.
It is this recession.
But why does everyone want it? Because it's limited. It looks like luxury. Oh, I have it. This is a collection.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is just a big like social experiment.
Yo, because what's gonna happen, because the Labubu almost platform, or I guess idea is proven, they're just gonna start remixing that shit, bro.
Look at this place, dude. Hello? Oh, this is the scariest place I've been to yet. Oh! So this is a massive asylum and has thousands of documented deaths. So I've heard. Great. Oh my goodness. Wow! Really? What was that? Did you hear that? Oh, wow. There's no way in hell I'm going down there by myself, man. So down here is where people have reported seeing a shape-shifting entity. There a shape-shifting entity down here? There's a button. Oh my gosh. 6, 7. Dude, I thought it heard a growling sound. Yo. Yeah, I'm out of this basement. I'm out.
And it's a completely optional side quest, by the way.
Before I physically arrive somewhere, I set up my frequency, so whenever the plane lands, I don't interact with the mass consciousness. I only interact with what is in alignment with my journey and the purpose. 2 days ago, when I was arriving, I could see how in the airport there was a special corridor for consciousness of star beings and star seeds. So whenever someone is landing, there are quantum technologies that are scanning us. And depending on the level of awareness and how much we are integrated within our system, we kind of being referred to specific scenarios.
So people are being scanned at the airports?
Absolutely.
And if you are a certain consciousness level, do they mark that down somewhere?
Yes. They are checking what intentions and what type of frequency you represent. And if it is interfering with the scenario or agenda, you can be delayed or you can be made wait to lower your frequency down. And when your frequency is low enough, you're good to go.
How do they lower your frequency without you knowing?
Asking you questions, taking their time to really hold you, and then they let you go once you feel drained and tired. It's always been this way, and it's been set up by extraterrestrial beings, because what humanity is experiencing here on Earth is channeled. Of ourselves, we barely do anything unless we are aware of who we are.
that sound?
How many of you have heard of the Hoover Dam? The Hoover Dam was constructed with two massive statues called the Throne of the Devil. Two massive statues of winged statues, bronze, called winged figures of the Republic. The winged figures represent fallen angels. And at the bottom, where people on the earth can see it from afar, there's a 16-point sundial of vagina, representing the flag of Macedonia, Macedon, the flag of pedophilia, which Alexander the Great created. Another pedophile, which is the logo, ladies and gentlemen, of the Pan-Hellenic Greek Divine Nine, which is the logo on the front of the CIA logo, which is the logo on the front of the book Eaters of Children on Amazon Books, which is also on the jet plane of Peter Nygaard, the Canadian Jeffrey Epstein. So 100 men had died building the Hoover Dam, which, according to the US government, they were sacrificial lambs unto the twin gods or demons, winged statues overlooking the Hoover Dam. The devil is a lie. My assignment is to expose the system of darkness.
Do you think it's possible to sell your soul? Because people keep putting the triangles in my chat thinking I sold mine.
No, like I have not ran into any of those opportunities, so I don't believe in it. Fuck it, that's not even an opportunity to be honest, but I've never had anyone approach me like, hey, I can make you bigger if you just do this. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's like a facade a little bit, you know?
Thank you, bro. That shit not real.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
And why did he start malfunctioning?
Trump's ballroom.
Dude, I've heard some conspiracies about this.
Yeah, and the kicker, Trump is not using taxpayer money.
Oh.
He has some donors.
Whom?
You ready for these donors?
Yes.
Google, Apple, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, Lockheed Martin, Palantir,
Typical.
T-Mobile.
One of these
Sponsored
things
by
is not
T-Mobile.
like the other. Yeah.
Here's where it gets weird. Now it's going to be over $300 million for this 90,000 square foot ballroom. $3,330 a square foot. Way outside the standard of what you pay per square foot for a building.
So what are they spending so much money on?
A theory is that they're building an underground database center.
Yeah, there you go.
A couple years ago, Israel built a underground data center. They paid $319 million for this.
That's got to be it.
So this ballroom is costing about the same
Yeah.
as what this data center cost in Jerusalem.
But not nearly as big.
Well, that's just the surface.
Yeah.
Because they're just building a ballroom.
Yeah.
But what's going to be underneath?
And why are all these people interested in
And
investing in it?
They would all invest
Yeah.
because they don't want to be excluded.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
bro.
In 2008, when everyone was telling me to get rid of my MySpace and to get a Facebook, I was right. I should have stuck with MySpace.
Who made MySpace?
Tom.
Tom.
The legend.
You don't know Tom?
MySpace Tom?
I didn't have a MySpace.
No.
Do you know how young I am?
I know how old I am.
The angel told Daniel, he said, you'll know you're at the very end. He said, because there'll be a technology explosion called AI. That's what the Bible says. In the book of Revelation, preachers crack me up thinking I'm wrong until they go read and start crying. In the book of Revelation, it says it is a robot infused with AI that gives the command for everyone to receive the mark. Go read it. He said, I saw in a vision. Remember, the language is different. He said, I saw in a vision. He said, and they created a statue. The word back then, which is 4,000 years ago, the word robot didn't exist. Statue did. So he doesn't know what he's looking at. He just knows it was a statue. Second thing, he said then they had the ability to give the statue life. That's called electricity. He said when the thing came alive, it started speaking arrogantly. And then it says the robot, or he called it the statue, that had the ability to speak, it gave a command that every person that does not receive a mark must die.
Can somebody please verify who this pageant contestant is? The way Nawal was grabbing is very shocking to me. It has me frightened. Look at the way he's like a handler or something. He is completely dominating her, putting pressure on her wrists, and even in her face you can see, look at him squeeze her. Like, he's sitting there like nobody can see this and nobody does anything. This is absolutely terrifying. He snatches her phone from her like if she doesn't have any say-so on what's going on, and he's smiling. That's the scariest part. He's smiling, grabbing her like, and she has, I don't even think that this is like normal. And this is happening. This is, if this was Miss Mexico, haha, he's lucky he didn't do that to Miss Mexico. He dug his fingers into her flesh. Yeah, somebody has to look into this. I hope that she's okay. She looks horrified, but looks like she can't say anything. I wouldn't be surprised if she came out and said, no, everything is okay. Like, but clearly it's not. That's not natural. That's not normal.
No one realizing this is a public human trafficking event.
Mommy, come look at my friend.
Oh, honey, there's no one there. Oh my.
They're still on us! Faster! Push it! Oh my god, look at that! Hold on! Right there! She almost grabbed it! Go! Throttle wide! Now! Hang on back there! Throttle wide, they're still coming! They're falling behind! Keep it up! Don't let up!
Years don't exist. Months don't exist. Let me tell you how. Because they say it's 365 days, right? But if I can remember, the only amount of days I can remember, only amount of days that I can count are 7 days. After that, the cycle repeats. You got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? After that, the days repeat. How are we getting years? How are we getting months? How are we getting weeks? Make this shit make sense.
What is this?
Don't open that.
That's a diary.
Huh?
Don't open that.
Don't
open that.
I ain't gonna lie, I do look a little. The fuck?
Lock it. It's locked for a reason.
And the movie ended right there.
Que alguien me explique qué es esto. Ayer 11 de noviembre a las 11:11 distintas cámaras de México captaron algo. Miren, esto es en Ciudad de México. Después en Guadalajara, en Puebla, en Tijuana y miren en el Zócalo. Todo esto ocurrió simultáneamente en todos estos lugares a las 11:11. Las luces parpadeaban y se veían luces rojas en el cielo. Miren. Díganme qué explicación le dan a esto.
I'm scared. I don't think I should go down this mother road. Cause why the these lights blinking like that? Is this like I'm scared. Cause what the baby, let me hear you. Y'all gonna stay with me till I get past this. Hey baby, cause baby, let me hear you. Cause what the why is all the lights blinking? Big. If I die, y'all, this is where I was, okay? Come find me. Okay, Little Rock, Arkansas, come find me. Like it.
Everybody love Drake. Drake been around for a couple of decades now. He been in the game for a minute. Right now, he like a Kobe or LeBron of like the music industry. He been around for a minute.
You gotta understand something about Drake. They just had a 7.2 magnitude earthquake in the Arctic Peninsula. It was on the Drake Passage. Not a coincidence, because Drake, he's coming out with an album called Iceman. And they had that earthquake that basically is in symbology of the fact that the great majority of the waters that's coming from the east to the west is going to alchemize and create a cryogenic state and freeze certain areas in places like New York City that's in alignment with the Mountain Dew can or whatever. When you get into the occult practices and you understand symbolism, Drake is a Luciferian. You can tell by way of the symbolism. When you look at the 6 God logo, it's showing you the praying hands, and the praying hands has a 6 above it. But the 6 is equated to Saturn. Also equated to 6 ether energy, which is moon energy. Because he understands the octave vibrations that's coming from his voice by way of the sigil system, he has the ability to galvanize the people with the music and keep them under the sleep spell. So the praying hands is also an emulation of the alchemical symbol of the air, because when you manipulate the ethers by way of the frequencies, that's how you can control people mentally. He's using music as a mechanism to control people, to bring about different agendas that's connected to his bloodline, because he's a so-called Jew as well. He's in bed with those people.
Do you think his brand OVO with the owl, you think that also means something too?
When you look at the sigil system of it, the owl is also connected to the Bohemian Grove owl, which is a representation of secrecy. What is he holding secret? He's holding secret of the fact that the energy that he's propagating is connected to the Draconian star constellation. Draco, not a coincidence. That's because he's connected to the faction that was ruling under the Draconian star constellation that was in alignment with the moon in the Piscean age, which is the Canaanite Jew, which is the Ashkenazi Jew of what we call the Ukrainian mafia.
Worst place to be emetophobic.
Hey, check this out. Why did the lights move with the camera? See? It's still. It's looking at it in the mirror. Okay.
When you go for an eye exam, they're looking for way more than to see if you can see or not. They can tell if you're a light worker, if you're a star seed, if you're chosen. They can tell if you have a specific purpose that you're supposed to fulfill in this lifetime. A lot of people have different purposes and they don't want you to know that. They just want you to think that you're supposed to be a worker. And that's just not how it's supposed to go. So the eyes are the window to the soul. So if they see that you're a star seed, you're a light worker, or that you have some big purpose on your life, they will follow you for years. They will track your life and try to see where you are, what you're doing, and sometimes even try to stop you. That's why you have to constantly be working on yourself when it comes to spirituality. Meaning you need to be constantly working on your physical body, working out, and doing different things to, you know, keep your vibration really, really high so these people have no access to you. Also, speaking, the power of the tongue is very, very powerful. You have to constantly pray over yourself, meaning a lot of people don't believe in praying, but prayer is very, very powerful. You have to speak and say what you want and what you do not want in your life. Now, that don't mean that they won't send demons or other entities around you, and these entities won't work through other people to try to get to you, because they will, especially when you speak with authority.
Sí. ¿Será? ¡Ah! Mira. Ay, no, yo no quiero ver, yo no quiero ver, yo no quiero ver. Yo no quiero ver. ¡Ah! ¡Ay, no! ¡Ay, marica! ¡Ah! Ay, amor, dame la mano. Uy, no jodas. ¿Cuántos metros hay de acá allá?
Como unos 15. Como 20 metros.
¿Como 20 metros?
Oiga, Ryan, esto sí cambió.
Mira, se cayó.
Marica, esto sí cayó demasiado. La carretera desapareció.
Y desde allá.
Ryan, esto sí cambió
demasiado. Levántale la salta.
No, porque hay gente allá.
Vean. Eso es un duende. No, es que miedo. Espérate, espérate, espérate.
Ay, hay gente ahí.
Someone hit the panic button. You never know.
You guys, Apple has just released a digital ID for identification and US passports. Here we go. Now, reports say they will be merging their biometric security with encrypted ID storage and plans to replace your physical IDs across airports, apps, and businesses. Why don't I like this? They also said this is going to be used at over 250 TSA checkpoints across domestic airports for identity verification. Now remember I told you guys about one of the richest men on earth, Larry Ellison, who owns TikTok and Oracle and who's a big fan of digital IDs? Well, it seems like one big master plan between all the big tech companies. You have Microsoft dealing with OpenAI, OpenAI dealing with NVIDIA, NVIDIA dealing with Oracle, xAI dealing with NVIDIA, and not to mention, OpenAI just did a $38 billion deal with Amazon for cloud storage. So the question is, what are they really planning? Well, I may have some answers. Could it be that they're following in the footsteps of China's Skynet, which is tied to digital IDs, a social credit score, and an AI surveillance system that they actually want to put on the moon? Skynet, huh? Why does this sound familiar? That's because it's the same name as the killer artificial intelligence in Terminator, Skynet. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. It's always in the movies. Make sure you guys go to my YouTube, Maverick Approach, where I do more breakdowns on this, but let me know what you guys think about all this down below.
Hey,
Millions of these bastards. This is like the 7th cloud. I don't know what's got them all moving. Sounds like rain when they go over. I don't know what's got these birds moving by the millions. I have no idea. And about 5 clouds blow over today. Nothing but millions of birds. And it sounds like rain. Another one. I don't know what's got them all moving.
Shark or sea demon? You guys tell me.
Proof that Hollywood is evil, part infinity. This next clip from the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast speaks for itself. Roll it.
Hollywood call you yet? I mean, you know, yeah, I'm a part of that. At that Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? I got a Hollywood agency. You know what I'm saying? I'm in that question, right? I can't say too much, but I'm going to say it. Has it ever been a time where it's go? Have you ever got a visitor? A visitor? Like somebody come to your house? How can I explain this? When you're getting to certain levels and you're going up, somebody come see you. And when I come talk to you, somebody come and see you to help you go to the next level. A lot of people, you know how you might see somebody that's not that talented or not that funny or whatever, and all of a sudden they be all the way up here and you trying to figure out how that happened. Now I'm going to rephrase this question. Have anybody came to visit you? Nah, hell nah.
So in that clip, Wallow, who is this host, asked that question of that young man who's up and coming in Hollywood. We hear multiple times Gilly the Kid, this host, coughing, which seems like an indication to try to get Wallow to stop the question or like, hey man, you're going too far, stop. Ironically enough, this is the same podcast from this video. That video from them signing their podcast deal was from 2022. Ironically enough, in 2023, shortly after, Gilly the Kid's son would pass away in a tragic accident in Philadelphia. Many people have hypothesized him crying during that signing there was because he knew what was coming. Which hypothetically would also make sense because he's constantly interrupting Wallow as he's trying to ask those questions. Comment below, let me know, am I onto something or am I tripping? Wake up.
Nothing has changed. So when you look at Sean Combs, he was an FBI informant until he was arrested. He was an FBI informant going back to the 1990s. So why did the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security raid his house here in Holmby Hills? Thousands of videotapes of senators, congressmen, okay, including people like Hakeem Jeffries now, is on those tapes. Why do you think President Trump got his tax bill passed? Now, President Trump can reveal the Epstein and the Diddy list, but he's smart. He says, I'm keeping this. You see?
That's a leverage.
Leverage. And so Diddy is going down.
Va para adentro.
Mírala.
Dale, pitale, pitale, pitale. Pitale, pitale, pitale.
Ya miraste.
Where's the AI tag?
Hold on. You're telling me the Great Wall of China isn't just long, it's impossible.
Exactly. People say it's 13,000 miles, but they don't really process what that means. That's 4 times the entire U.S. stretched coast to coast, plus another 1,000 miles, and it was started in 220 BC, before Jesus, before most empires even existed. That's the point.
But how does an ancient civilization build something that massive without modern machines?
It took over 1,000 years. No empire commits that kind of time unless they're terrified of something. And here's the part nobody talks about. The steep defensive side, the battlements, they're facing China, not the outside.
So the wall wasn't built to keep people out.
It was built to keep something in, and some researchers even claim it may not be Chinese at all, but a leftover structure from the old Tartarian Empire. If that's true, then you have to ask yourself, what were they trying to contain? And why is everyone so quiet about it?
The Route 66 in Arizona no doubt has interesting things to see. Someone made a suggestion to take a trip out to Williams, Arizona, and just like Flagstaff, Arizona, Williams is a Route 66 town. You won't find a Walmart there, or a mall, but what you will find is the Williams Grand Canyon Masonic Lodge, number 38. The town of Williams, also known as the Gateway to the Grand Canyon, was named after Old Bill Williams. And who's Old Bill Williams? Well, I can tell you that last name is significant. I digress. The Williams Grand Canyon building was built in 1901. Then in 1928, the Freemasons added the second story and turned it into a lodge. And there's an abundance of checkered symbolism all around the town, which I realize the checkers are in association with the Route 66. However, the Route 66 is in association with 33 twice, as well as 3 times 22. And the Grand Canyon didn't get the name Grand just due to its vastness. While still in the center of Flagstaff, I set my GPS to Williams, Arizona, and coincidentally, I was 33 minutes away. I took that as a sign that this is what I'm supposed to be doing and showing. So let's keep going. The Disney Pixar film, Cars, the story took place on Arizona Route 66. And the car in the movie is supposed to have Chevy Corvette origin. And I've talked about Chevy Corvette, CC, a Baphomet-style logo, and of course, the Masonic checkers. The car's name is also McQueen Lightning. The only McQueen I know of is Alexander McQueen, and the occult connections. Also interesting, it's a Disney Pixar. I've recently talked about Walt Disney and his connections to Sedona. And like the Corvette logo, movie logo also resembles a Baphomet. Last, but definitely not least, McQueen was also number 95. I'll let you read it for yourself.
Leonardo DiCaprio allegedly hooks up with men and struggles to perform when he's with women. He allegedly likes to listen to an audio of men hooking up while he is being intimate with women. But when he's hooking up with men, he allegedly does not need this audio and performs just fine. And the blind item reads, "It's not actual music that this permanent A+ list actor likes to play when he's intimate with women. The audio is actually recordings of 2 men hooking up with music in the background. Without that, he can't function with women. However, when he's with men, no audio required." And again, this is allegedly Leonardo DiCaprio, who is publicly with Vittoria Soretti. And the related headline reads, "Deep dive into Leonardo DiCaprio's full dating history. Guess the one thing everyone has in common." Leonardo DiCaprio started dating 25-year-olds back in the 90s and nothing has changed. other than the people he's dating.
Outside, and this place is wild. Look at that behind me. It's a whole neighborhood, but it's curling down like a snail shell. I'm walking the top ring right now, and the houses just keep stepping under each other. It feels like I'm walking on a treadmill that goes lower every few feet. This mint green one is my favorite so far. It looks totally normal until you realize there's another house directly beneath it. Check this view. You can
Bro stepped into cat in a hat.
Look, dude, she couldn't find her way over there, so now she's over here. She's back in here trying to find a way into my property. Do you see her? Look at that face. Oh my god. It's right there staring at me. Dude, scary as that shit. Oh my god, dude. What the f? She's crawling through all this shit, bro.
It's water! Oh my god, it's water!
Oh heck no. Look at this beautiful view. Oh heck no. Yo, that's actually wild. And I'm gonna walk this way. But look at this view, first of all.
Never in my fucking 30 years of living have this snow look this fucking fake. This shit is fucking fake. This is not snow. This shit is weird. This is powder. Like,
Harp might have changed the recipe.
It's a man named Grebennikov from Russia. Grebennikov was kind of a non-conventional scientist. He was an entomologist, did a lot of work with bugs, entomology. He started seeing some weird effects. He found a certain bug that didn't fly, it levitated. And this was, he'd put this bug into a little vial or something, and he saw this vial jumping up off the lab table, jumping up and down. And of course this is patently impossible based on any type of normal physics. So he got into this, and he found out that the bug wings themselves were creating an anti-gravity phenomena under certain conditions. And if you analyze this bug structure, you see a hexagonal pyramid structure array throughout the entire bottom wing of this bug. Turns out that beetles have two wings. The top wing is called a wing cover, and what the beetle does is it lifts this wing cover up, and then it flips out its lower wings, or inner wings. They can't fly very good, but they sure levitate great, I guess. And anyway, he took a whole bunch of these bug wings, and he glued them to like a Venetia blind structure, and he put it into a little platform he built. The controls, I think, had to be manipulated continuously and probably vibrated to create the same action that the bug was doing. Grebennikov claimed that he could fly this thing, or levitate it, and it would go around at almost 1,000 miles an hour. Now you ask, how can that happen? Well, he said that there was an energy field that built up around this thing due to this gravity field building up in the platform. built out a force field that basically surrounded him and protected him from the local environment. So even though he was flying at 1,000 miles an hour, you could be wearing your Sunday best suit and not get it flutter a bit at 1,000 miles an hour. I'm not sure I'd want to stand on something going 1,000 miles an hour that's 2 feet square. But this picture here shows him sitting on the ground. This is the platform with him on it about 3 to 6 feet above the ground, because here's the shadow here down below. Now you could say this is all fake. But if you get into the other things he did with shape, they almost mirror the stuff that I discovered. And it proves, I guess, that there's either two crazy people in the world or there's two people that have found the same discoveries. So I think that this is a valid phenomenon.
This is what happens when you mess with something truly demonic. A man named Angel Ortiz started hearing strange things coming from the corner of his apartment. Ever since he decided he was going to use that space to place a Baphomet altar, he began to feel the presence of something evil back there.
Vea. Ya lo pesqué. Por ahí está jodiendo con la luz. Mire. Mire. Atrás de la nevera hay un switch, papi. Mire, hijo de puta. Detrás de la nevera hay un switch, ya lo encontró el desgraciado. Bueno, gonorrea, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué hubo? ¿Qué hubo a ver? ¿Qué hubo a ver qué es la joda? Que yo vivo acá ahora, respete. ¡Ish, perrito!
Something seems to be turning the lights on and off behind the fridge, but on his shows, he lives alone with his dog Lola. On a following night, just before he's about to go out, he begins to hear something whistling.
¿Está todavía presente? Lola tiene más miedo que todos. Tú no sirves para nada, perro. Nunca se pierden sus perros. Es que lo cuidan a uno, mentira. Jueputa, es que la energía aquí es fuerte y escucha. No he sido capaz de andar. Me da miedo. Hola. Me da miedo pasar de ahí. No soy capaz. Porque escucho, lo escucho ahí. Está en el baño, marica, está ahí. Y es como si... Bueno, eres un demonio, ¿qué mierda eres? Es como si se estuviera burlando de mí. Y vieran, la siento, a veces me toca, viene y me toca, y cada vez que me toca me siento como débil. Mira. Hola. Puta. No, marica, me voy. ¿Qué hacemos? No, marica, me voy a poner esa venda y nos vamos para la calle.
From the dark corner, Angel hears something whistling, but as he gets closer, he hears a demonic voice. Nervous, he puts on music to try and get rid of this thing as him and his dog Lola get out of there. Angel then contacted a medium and conducted an investigation where they believe the house is haunted by 3 entities.
Y llegamos a la conclusión que hay 3 tipos de entidades. Ella venía con él de bajo astral, otra que está aquí porque se abrió un portal, y una señora que murió en nuestra casa hace 10 años.
The first being an entity who attached itself to him before moving in, an elderly woman who died in his apartment a few years ago, and a demonic entity due to Angel opening a portal. As of now, Angel is trying to move out as he tries to detach himself from everything.
I'm ready.
You want to see that? Look at this, feet.
Yo. How's he doing this?
Type of stuff you see once in your life and never get an explanation for.
Okay, I think I'm getting so close to finding the home of the real elites, the ones who really rule this world. Not the politicians, not the billionaires, but the ones that are above them. And honestly, it all starts with the number 200. Okay, stick with me because this honestly gets quite deep. In the Book of Enoch, which they removed from the Bible, it says there was 200 fallen angels that descended from heaven, followed Satan, and they were called the Watchers. They came to earth, they took humans as wives, they taught forbidden knowledge, and they corrupted mankind. 200 beings who fell to earth, each spreading their influence across the world. Now, check this out. There is said to be around 195 to 200 countries on Earth. Even the United Nations can't give you an exact number. They admit that it's uncertain. So imagine this, 200 fallen angels, 200 nations. One angel, one nation, one ruler behind each kingdom of man. Well, you know, if those 200 fallen angels really fell to Earth, wouldn't they leave a mark? Well, guess how many major impact craters we have found on this planet? That is right, you guessed it. There is about 190 to 200. They say asteroids, but think about it. If something was flying through a vacuum and it hit Earth, it wouldn't just land in a perfect circle like every single one of these craters do. These craters are so clean and symmetrical, like something descended straight down. Not rocks from space, but maybe beings from heaven. And one of these craters is called the Gates of Hell, a fiery pit that has been burning endlessly for its existence in the deserts that is not too far away from Kazakhstan. You know, Kazakhstan, that's got a capital city called Astana, which if you rearrange the letters you get to spell Satan. And in the heart of Astana you've got this really strange building called the Palace of Peace, which is a 250-foot glass pyramid, which is in the absolute representation of the universal symbol of power, or the all-seeing eye, which we can see here on the dollar bill. Now, in this Palace of Peace, it's made for worldwide religious meetings that we never hear about. And would you look at that, at the very top of the all-seeing eye sort of pyramid, you have a circular chamber built for global religious leaders to discuss peace. And guess how many seats? You guessed it, 200. So if we put all of that together, we've got 200 fallen angels in the Book of Enoch that they took out of the Bible. We've got 200 nations, 200 craters that have hit Earth, and 200 seats at the top of a pyramid in the city of Satan. Maybe this is all just a coincidence, or maybe the 200 who fell still sit above us, just disguised as bringers of peace. Hidden in plain sight, you know, and now we might have found their meeting place. But obviously, for the sensory reasons, once again, beautiful people, this is all just for entertainment, and I'm as fictional as a dinosaur, baby.
And that's a wrap on this episode, fool. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit and smash the like button for me, smash the subscribe button, be part of the family. Remember, stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.